Then before we continue, my name is Lanre from Tender Care MOTORSTOLIC International. I will be your mathematics teacher for today, and of course I believe you will enjoy the class with me. I need you to pay proper attention, and I'll be checking from time to time on my screen over here on monitor to see who is joining and of course whose mic is working or not working. So now, we can see on the board what we have here. We have application and relation. We know when we speak of ordered pairs, we are talking about two things coming together or pairing together or connecting together. When I speak of ordered pair, you can see this is a black marker and this is red. If these two joins together or connects together, if these two binds together or connect together, then they become pairs. This is what we're talking about. Now, in the last class, I just need to remind you of what we did. We had 2 or 3 figures on the board. A shows one part of the figure and B shows another part of the figure. Inside the very first circle, which is called domain, we have 1, 2, 3, and inside the second circle, circle B, it is called co-domain. Now, it means simply that circle A is the domain and circle B is co-domain. Now, speaking of what we have on the board, you can see ordered pairs. Now, let's try to connect some of these things we have on the board. And don't forget, in the last class, I told you when we can really call an application and when we can really call a relation. Now, depending on what is binding or connecting together, that is when you can speak of an application or a relation. Now, as we can all see here, we are dealing first with ordered pairs. When we speak of ordered pairs, you can see 1 binds or joins with A, and 2 connect to B, 3 to C. Now, if you are asked to write the ordered pairs, what you need to do is to look out for numbers that are pointing at each other. For example, now if I open a first bracket, that is how to write your ordered pairs. 1, you can see, is connecting. The arrow is pointing at A. So it means 1 and A. Can you see that? Then, if you check very well, 2 is binding to more than 2 elements in the codomain. You can see 2 binds or joins with A and 2 joins with B. So it means 2 have or element B in the domain, element 2 in the domain is connected to 2 elements in the codomain. That is, it binds with A first, then it binds with B. Now let me just quickly check on the class and see what is happening. Okay, I can see Grace is here. Then you need to activate your speaker. Okay, red speaker is activated already. So I think Deng and Grace needs to, what you need to do to activate your speaker is very simple. At the bottom left corner of your screen, when you tap on it, there is something like a mic, like a microphone. Tap on it. Something will appear on the screen at the top of it. Tap on that as well. That is how to activate it. Okay? I can see up to like 12 of you now online. I want to believe all of you can hear me. So, and I want to believe you are enjoying the class as well. So, on the board, we can see ordered pairs. And of course, when we speak of ordered pairs, we are talking about elements that are pairing or joining or combining together. 2 binds with A, binds with B. Can you see that? 3 now is binding with 2 elements as well. I want to believe you all can see that 3 joins with B, and of course with C. Now, so when a diagram like this is given to you as question, now if you're asked to write out the other pairs, this is what you need to write out. Because I know in the question, whenever I give you maybe classwork or homework or exam or test, most of you make a lot of mistakes when you're asked to write out the ordered pairs. Now, this is what we call ordered pairs. 1 binds with A, 2 binds with A at the same time, 2 binds with B, 3 binds with B and C. So this is what we call ordered pairs. Now, let me ask you a quick question. I want to believe you can all still see what we have on the board. If you are yet to activate your mic, I've told you already what you need to do to activate it. At the bottom left corner of your screen, there is a microphone there. Tap on it, something will appear on the screen. Tap on that thing that appears on the screen as well. That is when you'll be able to enjoy or hear my voice in this class. Now, this is ordered pair. You can see on the board, 1 binds with A, 2 binds with A, 2 binds with B at the same time, and 3 binds with B and binds with C as well. So that is that about ordered pairs. If you have any question, I want to believe none of you should be asking me questions about ordered pair because I've made it very simple right now. Now, when we speak of image of an element, this is the next thing we will discuss in this meeting or in this class. Image of an element. What is the image of an element? Let me break it down this way first. Whenever you want to go out, if you have maybe a mirror at home, when you dress, you watch yourself. You see yourself from the mirror. What you have in the mirror is your image, not your real self. Now, when we speak of image, that is what we call image. So if you have a mirror, or if you have any screen, if you look at it, it brings out something that looks like you. That is what we call image. Now, mathematically, under application or under this topic, when we speak of image, we are talking about what is facing each other, just like you face your mirror. Now, the image of 1 here is A, or the image of A is 1. Why? Because they are facing each other. Do you understand that? So, the image of an element is what that image is arrowing or pointing out or joining with. Okay? That is the image. Now, if I ask you right now, what is, for example, what is the image of 1? The answer is simply A. Do you all understand that? So that is the image of an element. So we can have various questions on image. Now, under this very topic, application, we have different types of application. Onto is a type of application. One-to-one is a type of application. And we have a whole lot of them. We have correspondence. So, I will continue from here. I will go to onto application. But before I explain what an onto application is, I would love to speak of range. When we speak of range, the range of an application is the number of elements that are arrowed in the codomain. Don't forget, the first circle is always the domain, and the second circle is codomain. I want to believe you can see clearly on the board now. First circle is domain, the second circle is codomain. And before I continue with this class, I'm very happy and pleased to tell you that every of this teaching we have in Tender Care, you can definitely get it on the school YouTube or from the school YouTube. And the YouTube name for the school is Tender Care MOTORSTOLIC. You can see there is no space between Tender Care and MOTORSTOLIC. So if you type it together in that very box where you can search for the name of the school on YouTube, it will give you every video that we have on YouTube. So that's that about that. So, okay, I can see somebody raising up his or her hand, like you have a question. Who is Hope? Somebody is Hope. Okay, I think this is a parent. Okay, I will try to unmute now to check or to listen to that question. Just one moment. So, Mr. Hope, you have a question? You raised up your hands. You have something to tell us? Mr. Hope. Mr. Hope. Can others in this meeting keep quiet, please? Okay, I think Mr. Hope left. I want to believe he's trying to ask a question. Okay, Mr. Hope left already. I think he's trying to ask a question. So, I will continue with the class. Definitely no problems. I couldn't hear Mr. Hope anyways, so I'll drop the headset now. I think he's trying to ask a question, or he's trying to sort out his mic because he will not be able to hear me in the class. So I will continue with the class definitely without wasting much of the time. So I said we were on range before I tried to check on you guys. So range of an application is every application in the code domain that are arrowed. Now, so it means the range, for example, in this application we have on the board or figure, the range will be what? A, that is, okay, let me rub it and write it clearly. The range will be A, B, and C. Why is it A, B, and C? Because all of these elements are arrowed and they are in the core domain. Can we all see that? Now, when we speak of onto, a lot of you are confused. This is why I explained range before onto. Onto application or type or kind of application has got a lot of things to do with the range of an application. Now, what are we saying? We can speak of an onto application only, watch it, only if the range is equal to the codomain. So it means onto application equals range and codomain. So when you have the range and codomain together and they are equal, that is when we speak of onto application. I will repeat myself again. If you have range equals to the codomain, so it means range can only be equals to the codomain only on one condition. For example, what we have on the board is a good example of what I just explained. This is the codomain. When we say range, we said everything that is arrowed or every element arrowed in the codomain is the range. Now, this circle is the range, and the same circle is also the codomain. So when codomain is equals to the range of an application, then we speak of onto application. Can you all hear that? Or I should repeat myself again. Daniel, do you understand that? Wave your hands if you understand what I've just explained now. Michael, Amepa, wave your hands if you understand what I've just explained about onto, range, and codomain. Amepa, wave your hands if you understand. If you don't understand, you can shake your head like this. We discuss other pairs, image of an element, onto application, and range. Other pairs, how do we get it? If any figure is given to you as question and they are arrowed already in form of application, if you are asked to write out the other pairs, this is how to write it. If any arrow points at another element, either from domain or from the codomain, it means the two are ordered pairs. 1 and A point at each other, that is why it is an ordered pair. 2 and A, 2 and B, 3 and B, 3 and C. What is the image of 1? We said image of an element is that very element in the codomain or in the domain that points at each other, or that an arrow goes out from. Or it means, the image means definitely, don't let me try to confuse you, any arrow pointing from the domain to the codomain, touching another element, that element is the image of that element in the domain. Now, what is the image of 1? That's an example we tried. Image of 1 here is A, and image of A here is also 1. Now, on to application. Before I explained what range is. I said range is every element that is arrowed in the codomain. Do you understand it? Now, if you see now, A, B, C are all arrowed in the codomain, so it means it is the range of this application. Now, when we speak of onto, I said onto have a lot of things to do with range and codomain. If the range is equal to the codomain, that is when we say we have onto application. Do you all understand it? So, it is very simple, very direct, very straightforward. Don't forget, as I've told you earlier, to get back to this class, because this is going on live through or via Zoom. To get whatever we have done today, or that we're doing right now, you need to go to the YouTube page for the school. The name is Tender Care MOTORSTOLIC, and the name is not separated. It is written together, just like this, Tender Care MOTORSTOLIC. Then the last thing I will say is that you guys need to, stay safe, enjoy the holiday while it lasts, and don't forget your books, okay? Prepare, because whenever you resume, it's possible that you start your exams almost immediately. So stay safe, wash your hands, tidy your environment, and I pray I pray God will bless you and we'll meet very soon. Take care and bye for now. I will not end this class.